This episode is brought to you ad-free thanks to all of our wonderful patrons. You can get tons of exclusive content, help us keep the show going, by joining at patreon.com/Shonen Flop.
Ooh, there's a bit of jazz to that.
Oh, yeah, David. You know, we're talking about drumming and stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah. We were talking about Ringo Starr.
In our not recorded warm-up audio.
And how I think his skills were underrated. Anyway, welcome to Shonen Flop Chibi, a first impressions.
Jordan, we're doing the Chainsaw Minute.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, let me start all that over because none of that fucking matters.
It's okay, Jordan.
Oh, look at the time, David. It's...
The Chainsaw Minute!
And listener, if you are here when we record, you will get to hear me do that live.
Oh, yes. I'm David, and this is your dose of Chainsaw Man. You can join us every Friday where we see what masterpiece Fujimoto put out.
I'm Jordan, and if you're looking for regular Shonen Flop goodness, you can find our next episode for our full thoughts on Nanohazard, featuring, holy shit, David, Shen from Shen Comics.
What an absolute fucking legend.
Oh, that was such a great episode to record. Guys.
You know, our Chainsaw Minute was one of the reasons he wanted to be on the show, because he was like, oh, you guys really like Chainsaw Man.
Fuck yeah, we do.
And just a heads up, these recordings are open to everyone, so listen in and chat along with us on the Shonen Flop Discord every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time when there's a new chapter out. Find a link to it in the show notes or on our site. Just a heads up, Jordan, there's no chapter next week.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get a big one.
I know.
I mean, it sounds like we are.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Some major foreshadowing here.
Maybe even some five shadowing. Fujimoto's just that good.
Boom.
So what was your devil this week, Jordan?
Belly Devil, David. It was my birthday, and it was a lot of fun. Steph got me a bunch of stuff. She got me a little Robin Mask figure from Kinnikuman. She got me, like, a little Slime Boss plushie from Slay the Spire. And she got me a special edition Pokemon Yellow Pikachu edition Game Boy Color, which is the same one that I had when I was a little kid. So I was kind of freaking the hell out. But she also got me a lot of cake, and my belly, my 32-year-old belly, does not like this.
Oh, I feel you, Jordan. I just pushed through it.
Yeah, well, I just push it through.
You're a braver man than me, Jordan.
Thank you. How about you, David? What's your devil?
Mine's a scheduled devil. Work's gotten me coming on some trips, surprise visits to Seattle to visit a friend. Had to move a lot of things around, so Jordan, thank you so much for being flexible about that.
Oh, yeah, it's no big deal. Also, speaking of my birthday, David got me Psychonauts 2, and I've been playing the shit out of that.
Hell yeah.
Ah.
I had known this whole year I was going to get you that for your birthday.
Fuck yeah, man. Thank you so much. Because, like, listener, I fucking love Psychonauts 1. And Psychonauts 2 was always just, like, a little bit out of my budget because I'm broke. So I really fucking appreciate David getting it for me. Oh, my God.
Well, anytime, my friend.
Thank you. Well, anytime that's my birthday.
Yes, and Psychonauts is out.
Yes.
Oh, but Jordan, why don't we dive into the plot summary? Because we're not here to talk about Psychonauts as much as I wish. Oh, we should have Tim Schafer on as a guest. I'll email him after this.
Yeah, let's get Tim Schafer on as a guest. Yeah, well, yeah,
Fuck it,
let's
why
fucking
not?
do it. Yeah, whatever. Yay. Anyway, yeah, plot summary for Chapter 141, Normal Life Plus! I had to do it in a metal voice like, fucking Brutal Legend. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Tim Schafer, which I know was on purpose.
Yeah.
I know that was the joke, Jordan.
Thank you, David. Anyway, let's get into the plot summary. So Denji's out shopping with Nayuta, just living a normal life as best he can, just as a lone single dad in like this tough fucking world. A devil appears, but before Denji can jump into action, he sees some Chainsaw Man church kids jump in to fight it, and he stops, He probably thinks, man, maybe they don't need me anymore. He asks Nayuta what he's gonna do when he graduates, and she just says, hey, she'll be with him forever, and he'll be happy because she's cute. Meanwhile, the weapons have lunch at the burger place where Kobani used to work. Remember that burger place? Remember that burger place, David? Remember that one?
Yeah, I know, Family Burger.
Yeah, Popcorn David.
I never noticed before that he has the top bun on both sides of the burger. The burger mascot's really bunned up.
Yes, he got them bones.
I actually had an incident with Rachel where we both got hamburgers, and Rachel doesn't like pickles, but she gets pickles because I'll eat them. And I was like, do you want to just trade? So like I would give her the bottom of mine and she would give me the top, but she was like, no, that doesn't feel right. So she had to take her pickles off.
That's funny because Steph also doesn't like pickles, except in her case, she is deathly allergic to them. So
Really? Interesting.
I've never heard of an allergy like that either, but I mean, gonna trust her on this. She's very consistent about it.
Sounds good to me.
I said popcorn, David. I said popcorn
Oh,
earlier.
I'm sorry.
What are you doing, David? Come on, get your head in the fucking game.
Tomorrow is the Chainsaw Man Church's Shabbat, so they don't do any work hunting devils on that day. This will cause the civilian and public safety devil hunters to show themselves, and the weapons will go on a killing spree in an attempt to lure Chainsaw Man out. Mirai raises some protests, but Barum says that as humans, devils and weapons, they were all born to kill, so God will forgive them. NBD.
MVD, you know.
I actually saw on Reddit that this is a big thing, that Fujimoto intentionally had been avoiding using the word God in Chainsaw Man, and this is the first time the word God is said in Chainsaw Man.
That's interesting. Yeah.
And actually, it's the last word said in the Japanese version.
Oh.
So I thought that's a really cool detail.
That is cool, yeah. One other thing, we may as well get into why this week's chapter is a 10 out of 10. Another thing that I think was lost in translation was Barum says, you know what the similarities between human devils and weapons are? And someone says, because they're all hard to spell.
Yep. And that's how you know the whip devil is very dumb.
Yes. And I'm assuming that makes more sense in Japanese because, like, none of those words are particularly hard to spell.
I mean, hybrid. It's got that funky Y in it.
Well, hybrid isn't in that list of 3 words.
Shit, you're right, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm right.
You're right. I imagine that there was a hard to spell word. I do find it cool, though, that now we've seen 2 more of the weapon devils, because the other guy with the glasses reading the book is the spear hybrid.
That guy with the glasses, David. The screaming devil. The nostalgic devil.
The forced crossover devil.
No. There was a crossover here, though, David.
Yep. Jordan and I both put this in our notes, but there's actually a Shark Kick cameo.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely amazing. Everyone who hasn't needs to read Look Back.
Yeah, I guess this is confirmation that Look Back takes place in the Chainsaw Man universe.
Yes. I always love it where, like, The Simpsons and Futurama are the same thing, where the Simpsons are fictional in Futurama. Oh. Where an author makes his other fantasy. Yeah, it's where it's like authors will make their other works fictional in a different work of theirs.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of other examples of that, but I've definitely seen it.
In The Simpsons, Futurama is fictional.
I mean, that doesn't count.
I think that's a technically correct answer.
I mean, it's correct, but it's...
Best kind of correct.
It's correct, it's just lame. It's like you basically gave the same answer twice.
And yet, somehow, I didn't.
Okay.
Dude Rocks points out they had a crossover, but at least initially the plan was that they were both fictional.
Unlike real.
I bet there's a TV tropes page of authors who do this, so maybe we'll find it after. Maybe someone in the audience will quickly Google if there's a name for that trope where the author makes their other works fictional in one of their other works.
It's called the Tommy Westphall universe, David.
Sure.
You know about that.
That name sounds familiar.
I'm going to start talking about it, you'll know what I'm talking about, where the end of St. Vincent has a character with autism, and they decide that means
yeah, with the globe.
Yeah, he imagined the entire world in a globe.
And that Law & Order SVU character, because he was on like 12 different shows, technically makes them, including Arrested Development.
Yeah, I think is it Richard Belzer? Anyway, so basically the idea is, since he imagined the entirety of St. Vincent, every single character who crossed over into St. Vincent is, by that definition, also from his head. So all these series are fictional as a result, which, now that I'm saying about it, David, is fucking stupid, because you really think that, like, an autistic kid, or, you know, I think that's a shitty representation of an autistic child. You really think that an imaginative child wouldn't pull in characters from a TV show he saw? That actually doesn't mean shit.
Jordan just solved the problem.
I just solved the Tommy Westphall universe by just thinking about it for 5 fucking seconds. Wow. That's so stupid. But anyway, yeah, Chainsaw Man definitely takes place in the Look Back universe. I will be taking no further questions. I am absolutely positive that is true, regardless of anything else you may say. But
sure.
But yeah, man, you gotta love how, like, the first half of this chapter is, like, totally wordless.
Yeah. I also thought the paneling was really interesting, how it's very tight. Like, there's a lot of panels on each page, and then when it gets home, it relaxes, which kind of shows like a reduction in stress of Dennis during the chapter.
Oh, yeah. I feel like there's got to be like some kind of sad, wistful song playing over it. Like, you know, like something with like a piano and like some soft voiced woman singing, you know. Listeners, send us what song you think would play under those pages.
Dennis has gone from menace to deprennis.
Okay, David. Sure. Sure. That's good.
Yeah.
I love the little background notes. We already pointed out Shark Kick. There's something that just says Fujimoto. That's the name of a place. I love how he's buying like Chainsaw Man like curry things, and it says half off on them, which I think is interesting because it also points to the idea that people are having conflicting thoughts about Chainsaw Man now. Maybe he's not like the hottest commodity anymore.
It shows how effective fake news is. Everything that Dennis did as Chainsaw Man that people give him credit for, he actually did. For most of the things.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Chainsaw Man church thing is not really true, but, you know.
Yeah, but, like, he killed a lot of very powerful devils.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff they said is true. A lot of the shit they now attribute to Aza was Denji. I also like to see Miri. I feel like after talking to Denji, Miri is kind of more on alert for when he's being manipulated a little bit.
Yeah.
Because here he's like, well, hold on, guys. I'm like my own person with my own mind. I don't want to fucking fall into this trap and stuff. And they're just like, they just bully him, basically.
Yeah, I've also realized what his 4 kids dub name would be. So I think instead of Miri, he would be called Martin.
But yeah, I also really like the moment when like a demon bursts through Denny from the room. Denny from the room looks really happy, and he's like, oh, hell yeah, let me pull the starter. And then like, yeah, some kids jump in with weapons. He's like, oh.
Sure. Someone listening in asked us, what do we think the devil that Denji initially saw was? And one of the theories I saw, someone said the evolution devil, because it's kind of like a fish with arms and legs, which I know can be a reference to other things, but I think that's actually a cool way to draw a concept like that.
It's the Gyo devil.
Yeah, the fear of Gyo.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense that it would be the evolution devil.
Could make sense because it wouldn't be that powerful.
Or the mutation devil.
Yeah, or just the fish devil, I guess.
Yeah, I think the evolution devil makes the most sense, but it's Fujimoto, who the hell knows? It could be some variation on like the knife devil, who fucking knows?
Yeah, it's the drowning devil.
Look at what the falling devil was.
That is true. God, Fujimoto is so good at this.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Jordan, do you have anything else you want to add?
I love to see Dennis being a single dad. He cares so much.
He really is. He's a great single dad.
That shot where they're just brushing their teeth together is adorable.
Oh, I love that. That's a shot you could like print out and frame.
Yeah.
But you just see how depressed Dennis looks in that photo too.
That said, I'm kind of looking at it more and I'm thinking more that Nayuta might really have him like at least a little bit under control, you know? Like
oh, we've already established that.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of what she does, brother.
She's literally the control devil, I know.
Jordan's like, wait, since when?
David, fucking...
Jordan was defeated by the reading comprehension devil.
Shut up, David. I just mean it might be a little bit more malignant than...
Oh, yeah, she's definitely got something. Because, like, she's like, we'll be together forever. And I could see her really forcibly controlling Dennis if he wasn't already kind of giving himself to her through his depression, through, like, that half-asleep conversation they had.
But I also do love her. Like, yeah, she's doing that, but she's also, like, kind of too much of a baby to do anything super evil.
I mean, yeah, she's literally a child.
She's literally baby right now.
I'm baby.
I know, David.
Thanks, babe.
Okay. But yeah, anyway, you got anything else you want to say, David?
No, I just want to say, Jordan, thank you so much for all your hard work on the show and being a great co-host.
Aw, David. Thank you so much for your hard work on the show.
Anytime. And you can find us on Twitter at Shonen Flopcast and our website, shonenflop.com. We're also on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, wherever else you get our podcast. Props for Shannon for the awesome cover art. Find her online at illuminyatea. As a reminder, join us every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern when there's a new chapter out. Just a reminder, there is no chapter next week. And stay tuned for Monday as we give our full thoughts on Nano Hazard featuring Shen of Shen Comics.
It's a little bit larger than a Nano Hazard, David, but you'll have to listen to the episode to find out.
Oh, Jordan, I completely forgot to mention. So here is how I think Rize can still show up in the...
David, stop. I'm looking at the clock, and it looks like the Chainsaw Minute's passed. We have to shut everything down.
Bye.
Bye. The Chainsaw!